Alright guys, welcome back to Dice Throne. Today we have another Marvel mashup. Today we're looking at Captain Marvel. Another character similar to Black Panther. That's why I have her going up against Black Panther, which we discussed last video. He did actually have a pretty good kit, but against Captain Marvel, let's see if he does any better. So the Cosmic Ray is a damage booster. We'll talk about it when we get to it. Obviously for all of these we'll talk about them when we get to them, but Cosmic Ray is a attack modifier. Cosmic Flare is another attack modifier, but it is similar to kinetic energy in that she gains it over time and she can keep it on herself until she wants to use it. And then Radiance is dice modification, changing any dice to a 6 during the defensive roll phase, which is key, because if you turn it to a 6, then you prevent damage. But anyway, let's get into it with our roll for turn order. Okay, so Black Panther is going first. We're going to shuffle, draw 4 cards, change to 6, remove the status effect, samesies, so wild, and that is it. Alright, so none of these are good for main phase, so let's go straight into roll phase. Alright, so that is actually a small straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's roll for a large one. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gain 2 kinetic energy, and then deal 8 damage. Alright, so kinetic energy, and then deal 8 defendable, so she is a defense roll 4. Okay, so she rolled two flyers, so every fly gained a Cosmic Flare, and then that is it. She did not roll any 6s, so she's just going to take that 8 damage, but she does have a Cosmic Flare. Alright, so that does mean that we did gain these kinetic energies before we did attack, so it does mean that this did increase our attack modifier by 1, so she'll take an additional 1. Those 2 kinetic energies. And with that, we'll pass turn to her. Before we get into income phase, her upkeep. During her upkeep phase, a player with the Cosmic Flare token does 1 damage per Cosmic Flare, and then removes the token. So it's basically like Fire Mastery, except when we remove this token, we deal damage. So Black Panther takes undefendable damage. Then we go into our income phase, where we'll shuffle, draw 5 cards, because we start with 4 cards, plus drawing 1 on this phase. Alright, we do have 3 CP. We can gain 3 Cosmic Flare. That's nice. But we're going to do this, because we're going to draw some cards and see if we want to... I see the Vegas Baby. We're going to get that Vegas Baby done right now, but I wanted to see if I get anything else. So let's try... Alright, we gain 1 CP from that. Alright, let's sell this. Alright, may spend a Cosmic Ray you gain this turn. Supersonic, change any dice. Alright, and I'm not going to use that Cosmic Flare until afterwards. I want to see if I'm going to need any of those dice modifiers. Okay, we have this actually, Cosmic Ray. You know what, I'm going to do it just because of the Cosmic Ray. Roll 2 dice. Okay, we're going to deal 6 damage. Is there any way we can change that? We can change it and deal maybe 12 damage, but I don't know if we care that much. If we do... Well, what we could do is spend this. Let's spend that, so we can spend the Cosmic Ray this turn. Okay, so roll 2 dice and pick 1 to add to your attack. So we did 6 damage. Let's roll these 2 dice and see if we can add to that. Alright, I'm going to pick 5. So this is 6 plus 5, that is 11 damage. 11 damage. Defendable damage, but still 11 damage. Alright, so 2 claws, he's going to do 2 damage every turn, but he's going to take 11 damage, and he took damage this turn, which he gained another kinetic energy. He's going to do 2 damage every turn, but that is a lot of damage that he can't. Alright, so now we go on to main phase 2. I'm going to sell this and gain 3 CP for 3 cosmic flares. Why? Because this will deal 3 undefendable damage on our next turn. Alright, so gain that, draw this. Alright, that is a good upgrade. I'm going to do that, and nothing else. Alright, let's roll. Is that anything? This does 3 undefendable damage. It's not a bad roll. We do have 1 CP to play with. We can change the value of dice to a 6. If we roll another 6, we can get ancestral power. Done. Let's try and get another 6. And we did. So let's spend 1 CP and let's do exactly what we did last time and activate our ultimates. We gain Vibranium Suit, 3 kinetic energy, then deal 11 undefendable damage, 11 ultimate damage. Alright, so for every 2 kinetic energy increased by 1. So we have 3 pairs of 2, so that is plus 3, that is 14 ultimate damage. Alright, is there anything else we want to do? Not really, okay. So going to her upkeep, we're going to remove all 3 Cosmic Flare tokens. And that's going to deal 3 damage to Black Panther out the jump. Gain CP, draw a card. I don't know if that's useful. I'll keep it just because, but we're going to roll. Okay. Very close to doing that again. That is 7 undefendable damage. Try and keep this and roll a 3. Okay, that's technically a 3. We use Tippet. Do we have Tippet? We don't have Tippet. Nope. Did we get anything? I don't think we got anything. No, we didn't. Did we? Is there anything we can use? I don't think so. I think we just balked. Well, we balked. So pass turn to him. That defensive roll sucks. Alright. He did take damage. He does get a kinetic burst. We're almost to him bursting with that. Let's try and get... Try and get another diamond. Nope. Is there any way we can tip that diamond? No, but we can spend samesies. Let's spend samesies, and we can make this into a 5, and we can activate this. So deal 6 and roll 2 dice. Alright, so we rolled 2 claws, so that is add 1, so that's 8 defendable. Okay, she rolled 3 6s, that's pretty insane. Deal 1 per 6, prevent 1 per 6. So she's dealing 3 and preventing 3. Okay, so she's preventing 3, so she only takes 5, and she is dealing 3. And he's gonna get a kinetic energy, so he's going to be able to, upon reaching kinetic energy smack limit, remove all these tokens. So we're going to move all these tokens because he reached 8, which is his stack limit. And now we're going to gain 2 CP, draw 2 cards, and deal 5 isolated undefendable damage. 2 CP, draw 2 cards, deal 5 undefendable. Yeah. Alright, so back to her. Alright. Try and get something good. Well, there's a small straight. Let's try and get 2. There we go. Deal 7 undefendable damage and gain a Cosmic Ray. Alright. Deal 7 undefendable. I can use my Vibranium Suit. Token may spend it to prevent 3 incoming damage. I'm gonna do that. So I'm only taking 4. Alright, anything else? No. Pass turn. Oh, this is a 0 CP upgrade. Whenever damages connect energy, we also got damaged by that. Your kinetic energy stack limited by 7. Oh, so it makes it easier to gain my ultimate. Cool. I mean, not my ultimate, but a kinetic burst. Cool. Do I want to transfer this out of here? I do. Because I would like to gain this. Even though I can't use it until next turn, I'm still going to take it. Alright, I'm going to roll. I'm just going to go for 5 claws. Alright. 5 claws, deal 6 damage. So she deals 1, prevents 1. So she's only taking 5, and 1 to me. I can connect energy from that. Alright, anything else I want to do? I'm going to sell this because I don't need it. Now I can't see it. I'm selling it. Alright, so next turn, CP. I'm selling this because it's useless. Selling that because it's useless. I need to spend this. I need to get my ultimate or something big. I'm going to try building my ultimate. If I can change the value, I need 2 dice. Come on. Well, that sucks. Let's try again. Roll these 2. Boom. Alright. So even though I only need 1 to change, I'm still going to do this because I need to activate my ultimate. Alright, so gain a Cosmic Ray. Okay, I don't know why it didn't come off. Let's just clone it. Cosmic Ray, Radiance, which changes dice to a 6 on defense, 2 Cosmic Flare, and then deal 12 ultimate damage, which can't be blocked. Alright. Now both characters kind of have the same HP, because they both activated their ultimate. That's why it kind of evens out the game a little bit. Radiance will allow me to change it to a 6 on damage, and then Cosmic Ray is pretty cool. But otherwise, we're going to pass to him. He did take damage, so he is going to get one of those. CP, gain a card. Alright. I can take off one of those effects. I'm going to wait and see which one I want to take off. I could make that a 6. What do I want to do? Well, I want to deal anything. I could do this. It'll get me close to my ultimate. I'm going to do this one. I'm not going to deal any damage, but this will make it so that I'm very close to bursting. I'm going to burst next turn when she attacks me, so it's going to happen right now. Cast the upkeep, move these 2 Cosmic Flares. I can only remove 1 at a time though. Deal 1 damage, and that is going to make me gain kinetic energy, and it's going to cause me to burst. So that's going to give me 2 CP, I can draw 2 cards, and I'm going to deal 5 undefendable damage. 5 undefendable, and then I gain 2 CP, draw 2 cards. Next attack is undefendable. Oh yeah, you know I'm doing that. Gain half the value as kinetic energy. Alrighty, so So I have Cosmic Ray on my next attack, and I can change this to a 6 on defense. Alright, so draw a card, sell that because it's not really great. Roll my dice. Fail again? I did. Damn, that sucks. Failed twice with her. CP. Sell that. And 1 CP. Roll the dice, gain that half kinetic energy, so just 1. I need a claw mark. There we go. Triple threat, deal 6, roll 2. 2 and a 6, so now it's 7 damage, and then on a 6, draw 1. Let's just use this. See if I get a 6. Now I just draw a card. Alright, so I'm dealing 7 damage, 7 defendable damage. Okay, so that would give me a Cosmic Flare, but I'm going to use Radiance to change this to a 6, so I deal 1, prevent 1. So I only am taking 6 damage, and I'm going to spend not this time, so I take no damage and still deal 1 damage to him. Like so. Alright, so my turn. Draw 1. Cosmic Flare. I'm gonna do this because I can do... I can't modify that though, it's pure damage. Shoot. It wouldn't kill him either. I need to get a large straight is what I need to do. I need to get a large straight, that's what I need to get. I can try and roll a 4. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 undefendable damage gain, Cosmic Ray, and I'm going to use the Cosmic Ray that I got last turn to modify this attack. Hopefully roll a 6. I did roll a 6. So now that is 13 undefendable damage. If he can't defend against that, he's dead. Can this change the value of any one dice? It doesn't say any of my own dice. I'm gonna change so wild. So it changes this 6 to 4. I can just change it to a. What did she rolled a 3, so if I change it to a 2. Yeah, if I change it to a 2, then she's gonna pick 10. Deal 10. Alright. And then I'm going to also spend this and take away that cosmic flare, which is going to deal damage to me. Alright. So she did. I'm down to 2, but it's my upkeep phase. I also gain a kinetic energy from taking damage. Alright, so I can prevent 6 damage. Alright, so I just need to do an attack that's low. I know what I want to do. I want to do stealth strike. Because it does 3 undefendable, but I can modify it. So that's what I'm going to go for. I need 2 6s. Just try and keep these and maybe roll a 2. Or I could just not get anything. I did get triple threat though, so deal 6, roll 2. So now it's 7, and I gain 2 kinetic energy. So that is now 2 pairs, so that is 9 defendable. I'm going to spend this and roll 2. Alright, I'm going to take that 4 and add that. So that's 4 plus 6, 7, 10, 12. 12 defendable. Change this to a 1. Change it to a 2. So he has to prevent 3. That's 11 defendable. I can kill him if I roll 2 6s. I didn't roll any 6s. Now I'm just dead. Alright, so that was a pretty close game once it came down to it. I lost 2 roll attempts with Captain Marvel because I just didn't use any of her abilities once, which is my fault, but also it's just like, even with that, she still came pretty close to killing him if he didn't have vibranium suit, or he didn't have he has a defensive card. Other than that, he probably would have died there if he didn't use that change any 1 dice. But otherwise, I think that was a pretty good matchup to show that Captain Marvel's pretty overpowered. Not pretty overpowered, but pretty balanced in the sense that you can kind of whiff with her on certain roll attempts and still have a pretty good shot of winning, as long as you keep building up her defenses. Like, keep gaining cosmic flares and cosmic rays, and that will give you enough firepower to keep dealing consistently better damage over time. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you really like it. The first time you're visiting the channel down below. Comment down below as well if you'd like to see any other potential matchups. I definitely want to do Captain Marvel against Thor because I feel like they would be 2 similar playstyles. I also want to do Black Panther against Loki at some point because they also have very similar playstyles. But otherwise, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys with the next matchup. Toodaloo!